On the line right now is the current supervisor, Frank Spatto. Sorry about that long introduction, but it needed to be done. And Frank, good morning. Thanks for coming on the radio.
Are you there?
I am here. I know it's a long introduction.
There you go. You did very good.
So would you like to comment on I know that you're still in the midst of litigation, saying it's personal, the fact that the Jaquish son is actually running against you. Can you comment on that?
Well, about the only thing that I can say is our whole purpose here is just trying to keep people safe. We all remember the 13 flood. The devastation, that was probably the most devastating event that the town of German Flats has faced in recent history. We had devastation to the whole entire town, roads and bridges and everything else. And that's our whole drive, is just keeping people out of harm's way and keeping them safe.
And you've not been in a situation in the past where this has been a heated race, but it looks like that's going to be the case. Why should people continue to vote their trust for you? Why should they continue to trust you as their town of German Flats supervisor?
Well, I've been doing this 37 years. I love what I do. We've got right now we've got about $8.7 million in current grants that we are working with. We just received a $2.5 million grant for Richfield Street Bridge in Ilion to totally replace that bridge. That'll be the third bridge in Ilion that we have replaced in probably the last 11, 12 years. We're continually trying to do flood control and prevent the damage of all these storms that are coming in. My experience, I came up through the ranks. I was 8 years as town councilman and 8 years as deputy supervisor, and then 21 years or so as supervisor. So, and then I've just got this one little thing here that I've got here. The town of German Flats is the largest and one of the most progressive communities in Herkimer County. We've been very successful in receiving millions of dollars in grant funding to help maintain our infrastructure, such as roads and bridges, like I said. Recovery from devastating disasters, improve our parks, build a new community center, and improve community services. Grant funding has also helped to maintain a stable budget while making significant progress in all areas that benefit our residents. To accomplish this, it is necessary to establish and maintain contact with many federal, state, county, and local representatives and agencies. Over the years, I've done just that, and I've retained the institutional knowledge of how to get things done.
All right. Well, I do want to say that tomorrow. What are the voting hours, by the way? Tomorrow, it's is it noon until 9, or is it 6 a.m.?
I think you're right.
Okay. And one final story on
Sure.
Frank, if I could. My wife and I were vacationing, 5 years ago, and we're in Maine. And
I thought you were going to bring this up.
And I'm standing at the urinal, and all of a sudden, somebody behind me is like, Bill Keeler. I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? And I turn around, and it's Frank Spatto. So yeah. So wonder you could see me. I'm so small compared to you, Frank. I got to tell you. I mean. Well, height-wise, I'm a small guy standing. The urinals are normally a little large for me, so.
Well, that was a very small bathroom up there, but to run into you it was in Perkins Cove, and I remember it very well.
It's where the fishermen come in and they have their lobsters weighed, and it is really one of the coolest places out there in Maine. So.
Oh, it sure is. It sure is.
All right. Well, you were supervising not only in German Flats but supervising in Maine, and there you go.
And I've also held a lot of other positions here while I'm supervisor. We're very strong in quality of life. The trail from Movac to Fort Herkimer Church, that community center, and so on. And I've got a great town board, and we're very fortunate to have them and keep the town moving forward.
All right, Frank, we appreciate your time. We will be talking to your opponent, but tomorrow is the primary, and I'm sure you encourage everybody to get out there and vote.
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak here.
All right, Frank. Thanks so much. Frank Spatto down in German Flats.